Hello and afternoon, all. I have a story out of Richmond, Virginia that shows you how to protest, not like those idiots in D.C. About 10 days ago who stormed everything and made an ass out of themselves. But before we get to that story, could you all help me out by hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing my video? Let your friends know about this. So on to the story. Protesters gathered in Richmond support Second Amendment rights on Lobby Day. Black Lives Matter protesters also appeared, but kept their distance. Yeah, you can have separate opinions. You can protest on the same day and be respectful. Armed protesters and counter protesters gathered in Richmond on Monday for the annual protest that took on more tense following the U.S. Capitol riot. Some dozen armed protesters, very identifying themselves as either the Last Sons of Liberty, Boogaloo Boys, or Proud Boys. Boogaloo Boys. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that one. Gathered in Virginia's capital to express their rights. The protests gathered for Lobby Day, which, during which citizens petitioned legislators on the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, according to the Washington Post. However, the protests took on a tense atmosphere as images of the January 6th riot at the Capitol lingered, and the FBI warned of armed protests in every state capital in the days before President-elect Joe Biden's inauguration. Yet, see, those idiots in DC screwed it for everyone. The protesters wore masks and flak jackets and carried rifles. One of them mentioned to having a radio in his helmet as he spoke to the press. Richmond last year passed an ordinance that banned firearms at or near permitted events, but no authorities appear to enforce the ordinance as dozens of protesters walked through the city. Yeah, they don't want the cops are being smart about this. They don't want to escalate the situation. Let people go out there protest as long as they're remaining peaceful and not causing any trouble. Let their voices be heard. It will diffuse the situation a lot. When people think they're not being heard, they're going to riot. Photos on social media even show some of the protesters waiting to enter convenience stores. Dozens of members of the press, both official and otherwise, you mean mainstream media and uh, the internet, yeah, trailed the group and spoke with them. Some of the event was live streamed on Twitter and Periscope, making the protest more like a press conference. Yeah, all these protests, I think, now are going to be live streamed. Speaking to the media, the protesters said they did not seek violence but merely wanted to stand up for their rights to own firearms. One photo on social media showed the protester carrying a dummy with a sign around its neck that read, "Northern the Infringer." We are showing up to remind them that we're still here. A gun rights activist who identified himself only as Trevor told Reuters the day before the protest as he helped organize it. The protest itself, one of the demonstrators said the group did not identify as far right but was center and libertarian. He blamed media for mislabeling the group, claiming they did so because the group consists of white members. Yes, they have to. Um, if you don't fit into a certain mold, the media don't know what to do. When asked what would happen if the group did end up engaging the police, the demonstrator said, "You are looking at the group we chose to let you see." Which will not surprise me. There are probably a lot more sympathizers that's out there that might be pushed to do something stupid. It's like the idiots, the people at the Chaz. There was only a core group that actually believed that, and a lot of people just came in because they thought it was something neat to do. A Black Lives Matter counter protest of some dozen or 2 dozen members also appeared through by midday, and the groups had not interacted. Police worked to keep the group separated by moving when possible. The counter protests wore face masks with Black Lives Matter emblazoned on them, and a few members even carried their own firearms. Yeah, uh, that's kind of smart having both groups' firearms, because then both sides are a little wary. They don't want to get close to each other. They don't want to interact because neither one wants to start a shooting war. When guns can be a way to keep the peace because no one wants to risk it escalating to where gunfire is going to be used. So, what do you guys think about this? You agree with me? This is how you protest. Be peaceful. So, what you want to do? This is what cops should do. Just let people speak their minds. As long as they're peaceful, let them happen. And if you made it this far, could you hit the like button and subscribe? And as always, be good, have fun, stay safe. Bye bye.